In physics, we can divide the world in three axes. What happens in one axis doesn't affect the other. That's the basic law. So have a look at this. Now we have gravity facing downwards. When we move this, you can see the gravity remains the same. Or when we move it this way, you can see the green line changes, but the gravity remains. So one axis does not affect the other axis. Now these axes can be in any direction. For example, they can be in this direction, where you can see gravity now being divided into two. Both of them add this way to create a component. So that's where the whole idea of a component comes in. That is, when you change your reference frame, that force is divided into two components. Right? Now if you look at numbers, now we can see that gravity is 9.2. Now when we change it this way, you can see it's 7.2. So that's the component of gravity in this direction. So for example, we can have a 7.2 newtons coming this way, and it'll start moving that way because that is the component that way. But how do we calculate these components? I'm sure that's something that you may have learned. For every angle, there's a particular component. Can you see that? Right? So let's see what happens when we graph this. Right? Look at that. Now when you turn this little, you can see the components increasing and then becoming zero. Right? Now in a graph form, it gets very interesting. So look at this. Now I'm turning this little by little. Are you seeing a familiar graph? Is that not what you call sine and cos? Two graphs out of sync with each other? So that is what is happening here. When this thing is turned, there is a sine and cos component of it. So you can see that when we turn it by an angle, there's a sine or cos component of that force, which is what we call the component of that force. Thank you for watching.